Welcome, Claire. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy for everyone to hear about you, your story, who you are, what you do. I'd love you to just kick us off with who is Claire? What do you do, Claire?
Yes, Christy, so good to be with you here today. Yes, so just a little bit about me. So, I am a mental health therapist, but in the past few years, I've kind of been switching over to doing my own coaching business on the side. And I've been loving the coaching work. I offer spiritually based coaching work for people, spiritual mentorship, and supporting with transformational work. The work goes so deep, but I've been loving it. And that led me to connecting with you, Christy, because I was like, I've learned so much in terms of running a business from my therapy business, but I wanted to take it to the next level, especially with me wanting to run my first group program, which I was able to launch and do last year, only because of your help, though. So that's kind of a little bit about me, how I got connected with you, and I'm so grateful that I did.
I'm so happy. It's been like the best journey having you and watching your evolution and also just like your level of integrity and your level of heart and how you lead your business also while navigating, so much of life behind the scenes. Like it's just yeah, it's remarkable just what you have done. So just on a like tangible, and then we'll dive into your whole journey and everything and all of it is yeah, I guess I'd love you actually just to share like what has been the journey from when, like where were you and what has the journey been of us working together?
Yes, definitely. So I had invested in a certification program. We both did the same one,
Yeah.
different years.
Yeah.
And I loved that certification program. I felt like it was so good with like setting me up for initial success with my coaching business, giving me a lot of great general information for, running a business online and the social media and all of that good stuff. So I tried doing that for a year or so. I was getting a few one-on-one coaching clients, but I knew it wasn't really the information. It was really important. It was good, but I felt like I needed a little bit more individualized support with where I was at in the business. So I saw you and I had kind of known each other because we were in each other's
Yeah.
worlds through that
Yeah.
certification program. And I had seen that your dad had passed away. This was a few years back. I remember watching you go through that experience and being like, oh my gosh, I am just so inspired by you, how you are managing this, how you are moving through this, how you are embracing every emotion up and down through that while running such an incredible business every step of the way and using that to fuel your work. So I always remember watching that kind of from the sidelines, through social media, like you were going through that. And
Yeah.
thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, this girl is someone I want to like be in touch with somehow, especially because I knew my dad was older. He was getting to that point. And so I'm like, if that time ever comes, I want to be in Christy's world, not only from the personal side of things, but also business side of things. Fast forward to last year, I was basically looking into hiring you. I was like, hey, I'm really liking the information you're putting out. I want to launch my first group program. I want a little bit more hand holding along the way. I have a lot of information, but I want more individualized support. And I'm so glad that I signed up to work with you because that is exactly what I got. I've been in multiple coaching type groups or programs. Again, a lot of good information, but I feel like working with you was so beneficial because it was like integration into my unique life with my unique circumstances, especially given, last year, sadly, my dad did pass away too. And I just remember feeling so supported by you, obviously, with the business side of things, but also like you really got me. You understood what it was like to walk through major life things while still going for dreams on your heart. And so I'm just forever grateful for you, Christy, that you were with me during that time,
Hmm.
supporting me, obviously, like emotionally, how I was doing with my own personal stuff,
Yeah.
but also with holding the vision with me. Like, this is really what I'm going for, and using the things I went through my personal life to funnel into that group program that I did end up doing last year. I did pull it off with your support.
Yeah. 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 And it's so special. And I just want to say thanks, Claire. Like, it's funny. One of my other clients had asked me, like, what do you love about your work and doing this? And I'm like, this, like having meaning and not just the business, but like navigating life. And still, I love what you said there of how do you hold the dreams on your heart and honor what you're going through in life? And how do you hold both? And like I just want to say, like, you've walked that path so beautifully this last year and honoring so much of just walking through the season of, your dad and then your grand, like you've just walked through so much life stuff. and your ability to stay like honoring that letting go and love and bringing love to it, but also like, and I want this business and I want it to like fuel my heart and fuel my future. And like being able to walk that dance, I think is a hard one where a lot of people, dip off a lot. And you also let me help you. And I just want to say that like you really did let me contribute to you and me help you. And we've had moments of like, all right, Claire, we gotta kind of hold the bar. I'm gonna remind you of why you hired me, and like I'm holding
Yeah.
you and like the heart of like the season. So first, just on like a tangible level, your first group program, you did freaking incredible. What, we got like 17 people in?
Yes, 17 people signed up for this group program, my very first one. I could not believe it. I was shocked, truly. And I know for so many people who have heard about launches or done their own launches, obviously it can be like an emotionally bumpy journey, like going
Yeah.
for it, launching it, believing in the vision, even when you're not seeing the results yet. So truly like being with you during that time where I'm like, I'm going for this program, I've set the date, now I'm doing all the steps we need to do to sign people into
Yeah.
this where it feels aligned for them. But yeah, 17 people ended up joining and I was so amazed and truly like having your weekly calls and Wealthy Women, like I'm so glad I joined Wealthy Women that this program with you. Having those weekly calls to come to have been such an anchor for me because I love how you take every group, like you obviously have all these amazing women, all in different places in their businesses, and yet you somehow find a way every week to give such curated, individualized support to everyone, but it also serves the entire group. And so that was so helpful for me having those weekly supports through you, but also the support on Telegram and Slack. Like my goodness, like be like almost like having you as like my coach in my pocket. Like whenever I need extra support, like there you are. You were there to answer my questions every step of the way. So I've never had an individualized support like that, like in a group setting. It was so impactful, and I think that's a huge reason why I was able to pull that off last year.
Totally. I know. I remember points in the launch where I think you were going out of town or you went to like Alaska or somewhere
Uh,
and traveling with your family and you're like, yeah, I don't, I could tell your energy was like dipping with the launch. I was like, Claire, we're launching this group, baby. Like, we're launching it. We can pivot, we can make it easier for you, but we are launching it. And like I remember it was so fun to watch you through that journey go from, like excitement to like, okay, now I just came back from vacation, which is a natural dull energy. And then
yeah.
like, okay, we're doing it. And then you're like, oh my God, I got 17 people. Like, this is incredible. And like, it was just so amazing. And I also just want to name, like, you also got 17 people very quickly. Like, it was a very quick time frame of like I would say a month when you were really actually doing it. And it was not you doing, what did you do actually? Because I do think it's really cool, like how simple it was for you. What did you actually do to get people in the group? Because it was a very simple, it's not like you were out networking, doing all these events. It was super simple. What was that for you?
Yeah, it's so true. I don't do anything in person. Everything I do is online. But really, I mean, really all I did. So I just connected with women through my online community. I do run a social media for my business and just different women that I'd connected with over the past few years, different one-on-one clients that I had, different women like in other groups that I'm in. I just reached out to them individually. I was like, hey, I don't know if this would be an interest to you, but I'm running this program. Here's the pillars of what we're going through in it. If you'd like to hear more about it, as well as just receive a little bit of a taste of my coaching work for your own personal life, regardless if you decide to join or not, I'd love to hop on a call with you. Truly, like, your voice was in the back of my head. So much of that is like, just stay in action, just stay in action, just keep moving, keep moving. And so truly, I just reached out individually to a lot of people, and that's really not my style. I've definitely always been the person where I'll post on social media or I'll put information out there, but I kind of wait for people to
Yeah.
come to me, which has felt very
Yeah.
easy and comfortable. But this did push me outside my comfort zone. I'm like, I'm initiating conversations with people in the DMs through social media or just reaching out to people in my personal world. And really, it was just getting people on calls. And I didn't treat it so much as like, sure, like this is a sales conversation, but this is a time for me to connect with you personally. What are you up to in your world? What are
Yeah.
you desiring in your life? This is what I'm offering. And if you think this would be supportive to you, here's how I could see this really amplifying your life and the goals that you have. And truly just from like being in service, showing up in conversations with people and inviting them into this and giving them a breakdown of like, this is the price of the program because we're signing, if you're signing up early, like you have kind of like this payment plan option. So that really
Yeah.
supports you as well.
Yeah.
As well as, you get different bonuses, different things, because like this is about serving the people. It's about serving your community
Yeah.
and doing it in a way where it's like, I'm excited about this program and I really believe this is going to amplify your life. And I want to invite you into this. And truly, like that's all I did. That was it.
That's
It was just
amazing.
staying in action, just inviting people into those calls.
It's incredible. It's so incredible. And you did, yeah, just emphasizing again and again, like you have done so incredible. And I think that's really what the shift is, I think a lot of times in business, we have this dream of like, people are just going to come find you and they're just going to sign up for you. And like, yes. And, this is when everything for me in business shifted is I was getting leads and clients, but not on my demand. And that was really when I made the shift of, I really want to be able to like be in charge of my business. I want to be able to be in charge of my revenue. I want to be able to be like, hey, pull this lever and I can bring people in. And I loved how you really shifted from really going to like really being generous and being connection led and not like salesy and weird and these tactics. Is just like literally as simple as like, how do you create a really great message? And yes, there's strategies to sales, but when you're really coming from that heartfelt place and like pure generosity, it's so simple. And like you mastered that and you continue to master that so well. Like so well. It's amazing.
Thank you. And I know, like, I remember your wisdom for me and the women and wealthy women last year too. Like, what are those things you're naturally good at? What are those things that you actually like to do in your business? Like for me, I love one-on-one connection with people. I love getting to personally serve them in an individualized manner. Like I'm like, I know it. That lights me up. That energizes me. That's what I'm good at. Why don't I just make that my primary way of bringing people in? And that's what I did, and obviously it really worked. So it's like find the thing that you are naturally good at. How can you just like amplify that and use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything. It's just like it's so simple, but it's like, we're so bombarded with so much information of like, I should do this for my business. It's like, why not set up a business in a way that you're actually good at what you do? And then you don't have resistance. It's like,
Exactly.
it's so simple. I'd love you to share about of just like what has it been like for you being in Wealthy Woman? So you're in your second round of Wealthy Woman. I just would love you to share about like what anything that the journey has been for you.
Yeah, like I said from the beginning, I was like, this is such a cool group to be a part of because of the individualized support through you. Like multiple times a week, you are. We use Slack currently, right? You're in Slack with us, answering questions that we have, and it's so cool. I remember from the beginning, like I enter Wealthy Women, I start right away. We have at least one call a week, right? And then being in the online, like through the Slack community, it is so cool to see all of these other women in there sharing about where they're at in their business, asking you questions for their stuff. So it's like, not only am I receiving my own wisdom from you, but like I can go and listen to all this advice you're giving to all these other women with all these other different business models. And that is so, so interesting to listen to too. For any time that I want to go in and listen to that, like you're serving all of us in so many ways. Like I think I've never been a part of a business cohort especially, but like even just in general coaching programs where there's so much individualized support. And I know I brought that up before, but truly I feel like that's the thing that's really moved the needle for me. And I really think for all these women, which is why all of us keep signing up with you, is because of the individualized support and how much support we really do get for such a good value too. I remember when I was considering joining you, I was like, wait, we get all of this for only like yes, it's an investment, but it's like this is such a worthy investment for what we're getting here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hearing different people's results in your program too, like all of these other women and their milestones that they're hitting in their program because they're being consistent. And I think that's the big part of Wealthy Women is it forces us to stay consistent through the ups and downs of life, through the different holidays, surges and dips, through the different energy levels. Like you support us in like being consistent in what the goal is, also while holding space for like you get to be a human and be where you're at. But if you're going for your business goals, it's a long game. And so Wealthy Women is just an amazing platform and community to hold all of us through that. And we get to grow in community along the way too. It's so cool meeting other entrepreneurial women because I know in my world, I don't know a ton of personal friends who are really on this journey. They don't really get it,
Yeah.
and that's okay. But being connected with other women who are also on the journey, they're doing it too, they really get it. It's just so nice to have a community like that.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, it's so special. It really makes me so happy because I feel like, to really grow in business, I do feel like we need to be with other people and learn because different people are going to ask things that are actually going to spark more inspiration or ideas or like, oh, I could do that, or oh, that's a great idea. And that's also what I love is, it's yes, it's learned from me. Yes, I have a pulse on your business and what you're doing and who you are. That's what I love. I'm like, I could name every single person's ideal client, what's going on in your life, what you're good at, what you're not as skilled at. Like, I'm like, I know
Yes.
everything happening. I know your hiding patterns. I know. Like, I'm like, there we go. I'm gonna pull you out of that little shell. But I mean, that's the joy though of it. But also what I love is that also, you guys get to learn from each other. And I really think as women, there's so much wisdom to be shared of, oh, I'm doing this and this is working really well for me right now. I'm doing this and this, worked really well. And I think having that balance of being able to also hear from each other and celebrate each other and being seen for our goals and our bigness and what we want, is such a unique journey and
Yes.
helps propel that consistency.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I know, what is it? I just recently heard about like the statistic where it's like if you are in the room with other people who are really like going for it, putting themselves out there, aiming for success, like your ability to do the same thing like goes up 30%. So like just being in the room with you and being in the room with these other women, like yes, it's virtual through Zoom, but like truly like being in the room with you guys, it like I think it really helps all of us to go to our next level together. Like being an entrepreneur, a lot of it is like a very solo journey in so many ways.
Totally.
At least in my experience. So it's so nice to feel like I'm not alone in this journey. I have my people I can reach out to while I'm building my vision. And it's been so powerful. It's really changed the game for me.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. I always love it. You're a special human, Claire. I always love having you and like just everything of how you perceive life and your heart and your care that you bring to the business. Like you just have so much integrity, with your business. And also you're really open to being like, oh, that is where I'm in fear. That is where I'm this. And I'm curious to know for you, like how do you feel like this program, but also just this evolution that we've been in, how has it impacted you personally or just like how you're showing up in your life or yeah, any.
I love that. What a good question. I mean, it's building my confidence in myself. Like, oh, if I want it, I can do it. Like, it's like even like when I did my certification program years ago and I was in a different coaching mastermind, incredible, incredible programs. I'm so grateful I did it. But a lot of my vision just remained an idea, a vision, this thing I'm going for, this dream. And a lot of it just remained intangible. Like I'm taking steps towards it, but it's never really manifesting. Like truly this year with you is the first year. It's like the dreams are becoming manifested. They're actually literally tangibly happening. And it has been the most incredible feeling. It's like, wow, I feel so much better. Like I don't have to like just think about it all the time. Like I'm doing it. I'm taking action. I'm actually like I'm showing up where my fear used to stop me. So I feel like it's really advanced my confidence in myself. Like if I want something, I can go get it. I get to go make that happen. I find my alignment,
Yes.
like what is true for me, like tune into that first and foremost, find your compass. And then if I move, it can happen. So I feel like I have this next level confidence in myself I've never had before. Yeah, and I really just think like I've stopped overthinking so much. Like I know from the beginning when I was starting my group program, there was a lot more overthinking. Like let's say for example, reaching out to people individually, like taking it personally a little bit more. Like oh, if people aren't reaching back out to me, or if people aren't interested,
Yeah.
there's that evolution you have to go through where that happens. But I'd say I'm at a point where it's like I know this isn't about me. Like if people aren't responding, if people are saying
Yeah.
oh cool, like whatever. That's okay. Like, I'm still so glad you're in my world and I'm happy to have you here. And I know that I'm called to serve people and I'm going to find those people and those people are going to find me and I'm going to keep showing up. And I just feel like, yeah, there's just less mental drama around it now too. And that's a huge plus. So now it's just like, I feel like that's another huge benefit of working with you, Christy, is you're all about just like, let's break down just like the simple facts and the objective truths about the situation. You need to reach out to X amount of people per day to just go do that. That's the thing you can control. Just go do that. The rest, like you can't control if they want to sign up or not. You can't control if they want to get in a call with you or not. Just do your controllables and just measure those stats, and you're going to see your results. And truly, like, just breaking it down and simplifying it like that has been a big aha moment for me too. And now I'm seeing like that it actually does work. I just have to be consistent with my controllables, and the rest is going to work out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. That is so good. And I love what you said of, it's like having a vision and then actually being able to like bring it into reality and how much that gives you as a human being. That's what I love about watching you and, watching everyone. I'm just like, I'm watching these women like go from, okay, this is a nice thing I want in life to be like, oh man, I actually did it. Like
Yeah,
I did it. Now what? And that's my favorite
exactly.
point. Is like, now what can I do after that? And that's like, it's the best feeling on the other side to like be a witness to.
It really is. It's true. I just completed my group program. We just did our four
Yeah.
months. I just had my last call last week. Like, and truly, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I did that. Like that really happened, and I showed up and I did it. And just feeling, yeah, I feel very proud of myself, and I know for all the women who are on this journey with you, like we're all growing and like this, like wow, I'm amazing. Like I can go for it. But it's because you embody it first, Christy. Like you are an embodiment of the work that you teach. Like you show us, like I always love it when you talk about like your practices you personally do in your own time. Like you're very somatic based, like embodiment based, which is I'm totally like on that same wavelength with you.
Yeah.
But you're all about like focus on what be grateful for what you have. Like what a gift that I get to be on this entrepreneur journey. What a gift. I'm so grateful that I get to wake up and do the thing that I love because not everybody gets to do this, but I've chosen this path for myself. It's kind of like choose your heart. Like I chose this heart. I chose this path where I get to go and create my dreams and make them a reality. And it gets easier and easier as you go, especially when you actually start doing the things. And like you said, on the other side of it, you're like, that's incredible. I did that. What else can I do now?
Totally.
Now I can raise that bar even more for myself.
Totally. Yeah, it's such a gift and thank you. I think that's the gift of business is like, I always say the numbers, like you'll hit the numbers. That's that's great. Like you'll hit them. Like it's inevitable. You'll hit the numbers, you'll hit the goals, you'll hit all of it. And the coolest part is you realize how much potential you actually have inside of you. And I feel like what I've also seen in you and just in so many women is that starts to translate to how you see the world. It's like, wow, I have so much potential. People have so much potential. What else do I have like potential that I'm not tapping into that is available to me? And I feel like that's where business is such a catalyst of you get results, but it actually bigger than that shows you like we really do create what you want for yourself. And it's like you literally, I always say like we can create whatever we want. I mean, yeah, there's strategy and there's skills but that's why like I love being personalized because then it's like you're just focused on what you need, not like I'm learning all this information of things that I don't apply to where I'm at right now. And I think that that's like the thing that is, so special. Yeah, and just like staying on that focus for you. So you've done so good.
Thank
You've
you
done amazing,
so
Claire.
much. So, so much. Yes, I know. I remember from the very first Wealthy Woman call I was able to hop on. Like, immediately you were sharing so many gems of wisdom. Like, I remember I was in the airport the first call I was attending. I was like, but I'm not missing this call. Like, who cares if I'm
Yeah,
in the airport? And I remember you just like getting down to the nitty gritty details of like, if you are in this income stream, these are the things you need to do. If you're in this
yeah,
level of income, this is what you need to do. I'm like, thank you. Finally, someone just told me exactly what I need to do for exactly the level I'm at with exactly the things
yeah.
I need. I was like, this was totally exactly where I need to be. And I've really felt that way ever since. Like, so many gems of wisdom, your entire library of resources on, your library. Like, I'm still diving into those. And I'm like, there's so much gold here. So truly, I could not recommend you enough to anyone who is looking for business support, but also just like life support. Like you said, like Wealthy Women isn't just about your finances, it's about wealth for your entire life. And again, that's another big reason why I chose you because you're about wealth in every area. Like
Yeah.
create the life you want, not just the income, but
Hmm.
the life you want to. So being an architect for that with you and with all of these women has been such a gift to my life.
It's amazing. So yeah, it's so cool to see, and I'm so glad because it's like at the end of the day, that's what we want. It's like numbers mean nothing if you're not living the life you actually want to be living.
Exactly.
I think that's the gift of it all, is like how you show up for your whole life, and And that's what business really accelerates for you. So I think it's amazing. I'm curious to know like what feels exciting for you right now of like what's being created or what does feel exciting for just what you're evolving and brewing in.
What a good question. I mean, truly, like I said, getting off the end of my group program, like right now, I'm like, I'm just kind of blissed out. Like, I did the thing.
Yeah.
I had intentionally scheduled it into my, my plan for the year. Like February, I'm taking off. I got to work on things with my therapy business a little bit right now, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just like taking this month to just like kind of just enjoy where I'm at. And I'm honestly still kind of formulating, okay, like what is this next step? And, as I talked about with
Yeah.
you, my plan is to like continue this as like an evergreen style type of a program, which is really
Yeah.
exciting. This is a new thing for me and I'm excited to dive in. But I also like now I just have this confidence. It's like whatever that alignment is, like I know if I just start taking action, it's gonna happen. It's just kind of like I don't know. I'm in this like interesting. I've never really experienced this
Yeah.
like this before. Like I did the thing. I did the big thing
Yeah.
I didn't think was possible. And I'm kind of just like enjoying this interesting period
Yeah.
right now. And I know that this clarity
Totally.
is going to come even more this next month. Because I feel like there's something brewing, and I don't even know what it is, but I'm like, there's something else coming next, and I'm kind of figuring that out.
Yeah.
But I do think that this evergreen model is going to be part of it.
Totally. It's so good. And that's what I love. It's like you come into like you came into Wealthy Woman like, okay, I want my first group offer. And now what's so cool is like we've done that now we've been in a lot of conversation of like, what's next? Like, how are we really building the model that you want for the life that you want long term? And that's what I really love about working with people and Wealthy Woman is like, it's not just like come in for this and leave. It's like, okay, you did this. Now let's really create like a lifestyle business that really works for you. Like, what does that look like? What do you love doing? And that's what's so cool. We've had conversations about what did you love about the group? What didn't you like about the group?
Yeah.
How do we want to structure this? What do you want your lifestyle to look like? So then it's like, then we earn the next level of like really brewing the next evolution of your business, which is so fun.
Yes, it really is. It's so fun. It's like, cool, I get to make a new art piece now. What am I going to paint today?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. It's like you just keep doing that in business. And yes, it requires like strategy and looking at it. And that's something I really want to say, like, I just so appreciate about you, Claire, is I've been able to, I'll take a very strategic lens with you, but I can also be like, hey, is that truth or like, is that fear why you're answering
exactly.
that? And like, that's been I feel like recently be like, is this what you want? Or are you just scared to actually do the next level of the thing you want? And, that's always my commitment is like that you operate your business from like what your truth is, not from limitation.
Yes, 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 yes. And I feel like this is why coaching is so beneficial because like you are being challenged into that evolution of yourself. And I love that you challenge me. Like truly, truly, truly. Like I love when you're direct with me. I'm like, yes, I'm eating it up. Christy, be direct with me. Tell me what I need to hear. I always welcome it. And it's always so beneficial. And you always do it with so much love and always just like you are the ultimate one who gets to decide here. And here's what I'm seeing. And like truly it is so helpful. Like your voice notes to me have brought me to tears before. I'm like, yes, this is exactly the truth I needed to hear right now. So I'm just like so forever grateful for you, Christy, and all that you are for me. And I know for all of these women in your program, past, present, and future, you're really doing a huge work in the world. And I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Oh, thanks, Claire. Yeah, it's been really special for me, like guiding you specifically. Just because I've never had someone who's like actively gone through also like a loss and the business. And it was really special for me to be able to, know what that's like and know what you go through. And, I remember when I lost my dad and I was running my business, I felt so much like so many different waves of emotion with it. Like, should I not be running the business? Should I stop the business? Do you just grieve all day? Like, what do you do? Like, like there's no rule book. And there's no guide. And so it was just so sweet to be able to not push you on my path, but help you honor what your path was during that season. And, I know for me how much like also showing up and when you're really doing like purpose-led work, it's also very healing for what we're navigating. And, that's what you're doing.
Thank you for that. No, I feel that that's so true. Like, I know this was your experience as well, but truly, like, I remember, like, my dad passing away and just being like, wow, life is so much, like, I have a lot of clarity now. Like, this is what I need to focus on. And that's a big part
Yeah.
of what the group program was about. It's like, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be bringing into the world. And why would I not go
Yeah.
for it? Like, life is short.
Yeah.
Like, why not suck every bit of juice and drops out of this life, and just make it amazing? And so I'm so glad I went for it, because totally going through a major death like that in your life could totally throw you off. But yeah, again, I think that's why I resonated with your work, because I could see the way you used hardship to propel you. And I was like, I'm a stand for that. I want to be that same way when I go through that. And I feel like I was able to be that same way.
Totally.
Yeah. And you were truly like an inspiration and a model to me. And I know you get that feedback from so many people. Like, you were such an inspiration for me. How you walk through your dad passing, how you walk through, like, like your childhood home burning down the next year, like all of this stuff. Like, you are such an inspiration, I think, for so many people, of how you can hold all of it and use it to go for your passions even in an even greater way.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I always say, like, life is going to life, and we
Yeah.
can't control like the life card we're handed in any given moment, but we can choose like how we choose to funnel that, whether that's I have a dip of energy in the day, I don't feel inspired, or like, really big life things. And I truly believe like two truths can coexist. Like, you can go through challenging things, you can still have an extremely successful business that gives you fulfillment. And like, both can coexist at the same time. And I truly think if you're not building a business where both truths can exist, it's not one of them's going to go away.
Yeah.
It's like if it, because life is going to happen. Like, no one has a
Yes.
perfect fairy tale life. It's
Yes,
just like,
right.
it's going to happen. Yeah. Well, is
Right.
there anything else that's on your heart that you want to share?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm just so grateful that I'm in your world, Christy. Like, truly, truly, like, if I remember it was just after my group had started. I remember like I had a moment of just like gratitude, and I was like in tears, and I'm like, truly, if I hadn't hired Christy, this would not be happening. Like I
Aw.
needed you along my side, like, to run this race with me. Like, if I was just doing it by myself, I think I really would have like fallen off. Like, I'd been like, this is getting too hard. I don't know if I can do it. All of
Yeah.
that mental drama that can happen when you're going for something new and expanding your nervous system's capacity to go there. But you
Yeah.
really just, you ran alongside me, and you helped me to actually bring the vision into reality. And I'm so grateful that it happened. And it is truly thanks to you being with me in that process. And I'm excited to see what comes next for me now and doing that with you too.
Totally, totally. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving me the gift of being able to like contribute to you. And yeah, I'm so excited for what's going to be brewing next. I'm like, in 6 months to a year, we're going to be having a totally different conversation of where Claire's at in her business. And that's what I love. It's like the next evolution just gets birthed and birthed and birthed and birthed. And it's so incredibly beautiful.
Mhm.
I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing like your heart and your integrity and who you are. And here's to many more evolutions of what you get to build. I'm truly like, I know, I always tell you, I'm like, you're so good at what you do. You're
Mm.
so good at what you do. And that's why I will always hold you to a higher standard of making sure we can talk about it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
I was like,
receive
you're
it.
so good at what you do. And that's why, I really believe the model of the business so you can keep doing your brilliance in the world is important.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
again,
Christy.
Claire.
So good to be with you today.
Oh my God, so good. Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing. And until next time.
Sounds good.